Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you how I made $157,000 in sales in just 81 days with a $7 product. And it all springs from one Bible verse that I'm sure is going to just blow your mind how simple and easy it is, but it literally changed the course of my business forever, okay? And so I am not tech savvy. This is a very simple system that you're going to be able to implement for yourself. So at the end of this video, you're going to be able to create a sales system that you can use to turn a low ticket product into a high revenue in a very short space of time. Okay. Now, if you're new to me, I'm Bukia Koa, and I have been helping women to build six-figure businesses online and do so in a way that honors God. You can check out my other channel where I really host lots of Bible studies as well around business and life in general. But today we're focusing on very much full detail, step by step, on how you can really build a system that is lucrative for what you do to make sales and selling online much easier. Okay, so get your notepad and pen and let's dive straight in. So at the core of what I do and what I have been doing for several years now is been helping women mainly to be able to turn words into money. Okay, whether that's your social media posting, whether your emails, whether that's your sales system, your landing pages. How do you effectively communicate in a way that will get you selling? Because many people struggle to sell online because they haven't got this narrowed down. Now, I've been doing this for several years, but at the time when I got this revelation, I was doing it a lot on social media and it was making money and I was doing well, just that I was overworked. Okay, overworked and frankly underpaid for the level of input. And I had some really great coaches and really great guidance, but these guides, maybe some of them didn't have kids, or coaches didn't have kids, or didn't have the lifestyle that I had. I'm a mother, wife, minister, do all the things, right? Wear all the hats. And so I really needed a simplified way of doing things. And so I had this word in my spirit, and this is it, very simple. Here it goes. Do not overwork to be rich. Do not overwork to be rich. I would hear that over and over again. I didn't even know it was in the Bible. And I just like, Lord, like, what are you saying here? And literally, I'm going to just share with you where that is in the Bible. I've shared this before, but I'm going to just share with you. This is going to be more detailed. So if you've seen this before, more detail, right? So Proverbs 23 verse 4, this is New King James Version that says this: do not overwork to be rich. Because of your own understanding, cease. Okay. If you don't have understanding, listen, just don't kill yourself over money. Okay. Then in the NLT, it says this. I love this. Don't wear yourself out trying to get rich, but be wise enough to know when to quit. Now, one of the reasons why I love this verse so much is because as a Christian, you hear many different kind of thoughts about money and, you know, getting wealthy and being rich. And some Christians don't believe that that is something that you need to desire or whatever, right? But here is God saying to you, well, yeah, if you want to be rich, just don't kill yourself doing it. Okay. Be wise, work smarter, not harder. And for me, this is a clear indication of God's heart for us. Like, yes, create wealth, but just don't give your soul for money. And that's literally what I feel like I was doing. And so many people do. Many do that. They hustle and grind and all the things. But God is saying, no, there's a smarter way if you lean into what I have to tell you. And so over the last few years, God has been so gracious. This is probably, I don't know, 3 years now. God has been so gracious in really unraveling and just sharing insights biblically around just wealth and doing it in a smart way. So today is going to be quite detailed, right? So I had done a video before on this, but it was just the overview of it. But this is going to be like you seeing the figures and understanding how to make it work for you. So this is my desire for you, and this is what we're going to do. Now, another translation says in the ESV, do not toil. I love that. To acquire wealth, right? Be discerning enough to desist, right? So hopefully those of you that are listening to me right now are going to be discerning enough to listen in and stop hustling, but start working so much more smarter. All right. So we're going to dive into what this looks like on a practical sense. Okay. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you the old way, what I was doing before, and I'm going to show you a typical sales system. So a typical way that you most people kind of know if you're selling online already, then you have an idea of this funnel I'm going to share with you, or you've heard of these terms before, or something of this nature. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to get my little iPad up and start sharing with you my little drawings with you. Right? We're going to work this out together. Okay? I really want you to understand and get this. Okay? So here's my little funnel. All right? This is a little fun funnel right now. This is how what a funnel looks like. I'm going to explain each piece as we go along. I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to go work my way up. Whatever you're selling online, these 4 pieces are really, really important for everybody to understand. Okay. So at the bottom, you need to solve, right? You need to have a solution. Let me put that there. Solution. Let's put the solution. So we're going to put a solution there, right? And that solution needs to be a real problem. Okay. And we can go into that another time what that means, but basically you basically have to really be quite specific on, which I'm sure most of you know, be quite specific in terms of the problem that you are solving in the marketplace. Okay, you have to really understand who you're solving it for, and that's going to get you sales. Okay, so if this is not good in the beginning, then you're going to face a problem. All right, so let's just put there real problem. Okay, we leave that first. No, so that's at the bottom. That's where you exchange money for your solution. Now here above that, you need to be able to invite. Okay, you need to be able to invite someone to your solution, and that has to be some kind of sales vehicle. Okay, I hope you get that. Some kind of sales vehicle. I'm gonna unpack this for you, right? So this is everyone. You need a way to invite to your offering, to your problem solving. You can't just meet somebody today and be like, "Hey, guy, hey, this is what I do. Take this," and well, you can, but there's a process, all right? The next is before you invite, there needs to be a connection. Okay, you need to connect. And here's what many of you would have heard about nurture. Okay, so typically, if you're seeing this video for the first time you've met me, if I said to you, "Hey, come and buy my $10,000 coaching experience," it's a bit unlikely you're going to say yes on the first time meeting me, because we don't know each other yet. It's a bit too premature. So there has to be some kind of nurturing connection process. Okay. And then up here, I'm sure everyone knows what this is. Everyone knows is your leads. Okay. Leads flow. Right now, let's go through this. So before, this picture right here was me and my social media presence. All of these steps, right? So my leads from social media. So typically I use Facebook for a huge part of my business online, where I've made 6 figures multiple times on Facebook with this strategy. Okay. But I would use social media posting. Then we would connect. So we use Facebook groups. So when you have leads, so if I'm posting, let me be clear, I will post free content. Some people will see that, they might like it, they may come to the next stage. So I would typically use a lead magnet, which could be a Facebook group, right? You're giving value in exchange for their details. Okay. They come into my world. Now, the hope is that they go on and see my nurture content. Okay. So, but at this point, they're on my email list or they're still in my world. So I'm still posting. So here I am posting. Let me put another color so we can kind of like, what should we choose? Let's choose purple, right? So here we are posting social media, P, right? And here, I'm going to color up, yeah. Here, let me get my purple, right? So here we are posting. Got it, right? Sorry, we're posting. Here we are posting. Here we are posting. So the leads, we're posting content. To connect and nurture, we're still posting content with the hope that people who've said yes to my nurturing will still see my emails, will still see my connect, my nurture, and they would go to the next step. Then I have a sales vehicle, which could be anything to do like a masterclass. It could be even a live stream. It could be an email, whatever it is, an invitation. I have a sales vehicle to come to my next thing. And that's again through posting. Okay. So at that point, there was a point where none of this was automated. All of this was just posting. Okay. And for the most part, it works. Right. but it was exhausting. Okay, so I'm about to show you the new way and how things changed with a $7 product. Okay, so all this is free, all this is my time, but now I'm going to rub all of that out and show you the new way. All right, so the new way, right, with the scripture, don't overwork to be rich. What does that mean? Automate. How do you automate? Here's the key word that you need to grab for this video: qualify. Someone say qualify in the chat. I'm used to say that, qualify, right? So qualify. You need qualified leads, quality, oh gosh, quality leads. Okay, you need, they put a big Q there for the quality leads. Okay, qualified leads. How is that? Through our $7 product. Okay, so our $7 product, what that does on the top end here, right, is qualify leads. So when I create a $7 product, even though it's $7, it has to solve a specific problem. It has to be solution driven. It has to be really good. It has to drive curiosity, right? But once it does that, what it does is bring qualified leads into your system. Now, and that's where the magic happens. I'm going to share with you how it ends. But the magic starts at the beginning of the funnel. And so with that $7, what's happening there is this. Somebody who has taken the time to go to their purse, get their credit card out, type in numbers, take your $7 thing, is somebody who has a problem that needs solving. Somebody who takes your free lead magnet could be the same person. However, they could also just be curious and just nosy for the first part of things and put their details in and never look at your product. Hands up if you have ever opted into a lead magnet. A lead magnet is anything that you get in exchange for your email address. So something of value, right? It could be a checklist. It could be even a training, whatever it is, right? You give your details, your email address, your phone number, maybe, and you get something in exchange. Now, how many of you have done that and never looked at the thing that you opted in for? Say I. Okay, we all have done it. Okay, and the difference is, even though I may have all the intent in the world to find out the solution of that thing I opted in for, get that thing, life happens. I get busy. I've got other things happening. I can't remember what the name of the person was that I opted in for. Maybe it was an ad. It was just all these different things. There's a difference when it's free and a difference when it's paid. When it's paid, even if it's $1, mind you, I'm like, where's that $1 thing I bought? Like, I bought this thing. There's a receipt somewhere. There's intent. So qualified leads lead to intent. So the difference is, while up here, we still need to get traffic. Okay, so here, we need to get traffic, which I'm going to share with you a little bit about, into our leads. But after the traffic is got, everything else is automated. So here, the leads come in. It could be automated as well. There's two ways to get traffic: paid, or, well, they're both paid. One paid with money, one paid with time. Okay, paid through paid ads, organic through your time. Okay, there's a payment on either side. But when we come in now, this automated bit, this connection bit is automated. Because what happens is, someone has bought my $7 thing. Now, what I do is create a series of products. And I'm going to show you an example. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a link so you show the example. And you're going to be able to see products that are closely knit together that actually, what it does, they actually complement each other, but it's another product. Now, and it's giving them more value. Now, I don't have to post on social media for that to happen. It's part of my system. Now, when they do that, guess what's happening? They are being nurtured by me because they're getting to know me, like me, and trust me based on what I've put out, what I've created. And so that's part of the nurture. The next piece, the invitation. Down here, I get to invite them to something else that I've created, like a course or something, okay? And some people will buy that course based on the quality of my nurturing while I'm busy sleeping, nurturing my kids, doing whatever I'm doing at home, right? So it's such a powerful tool to have systems in place for your business. And then You're down here, as long as you're solving a real problem, this is also automated, and you get to have a whole entire business or a marketing system, a marketing and a sales system that you are following the precepts of Proverbs 23 verse 5. Do not overwork to be rich. Now you have to create on the back end, okay? And so there's a whole framework that I use to really help people to create that. But once you created it, guess what happens? So here on the front end, you can sell automatically anything, I would say easily up to about $1,000, right? And there's different nuances on how this works. Now, how I made the 157,000 is what I'm going to show you next, okay? So let me go to my next screen. I'm going to show you what I did next, okay? So bear with me a sec. All right, so let's get rid of this. I'm going to show you now what the figures look like behind the scenes, okay? Now, before I show you this, if you want to see an exact example, so I have in the, if you just comment below ebook below, I'm going to send you the link to my ebook funnel, right? And my ebook, my newly released book, right? That you're going to see exactly how I have done this in real time. Okay. Now, this ebook, if you're somebody who doesn't know what your gifts are and you want to be able to understand how to turn it into a paid offer which solves a real problem, then this ebook is going to help you. Okay. So it's $7. It's a $7 ebook, right? Just put ebook if you want to grab that and have a look at it yourself. Okay. And I'll show you, you can see the entire funnel live and personal, and if you wanted to go and grab that, or you can just have a look at the front end and see whatever it is, and we'll send you the link. But the whole purpose here is for you to understand, not only see me doing it in real time, but also for you to be able to understand how it works for you financially. Okay, so let's go into what that looks like. So let's look at this. This is right here. So again, I'm loving my diagrams here. Like I'm loving them. Right. So let's just roll with it. All right. So this is the old way. Now, as I said before, we had leads, nurture, and then we sell a course, invite to the course or whatever it is. Okay. Now, the old way to get leads in, it's free. We're just offering content. People come into our world, go to our email list, and they join our thing. We nurture them through more content, and they get to know us a bit more, all free. There's no money coming into our pockets. We get to invite them to our course, and at that point, in this funnel here, there's no money exchange until later, where if you're doing high ticket or you're selling a course, then money will be, then you'll exchange that for money. Now, what Y did, the new way, hopefully you can see it well, is that let's imagine you have 100 leads, okay? Hope that's clear to you guys, right? 100 leads. Now, 100 leads, they all pay $7. That's $700, okay? Cool, not bad, hey? Just for having a system in place, okay? Now, the nurturing is the bit I want you to take notice of. Now, out of those 100 leads, let's just say 20% of those people, so 20 people, purchase something else in my funnel for $20. Okay, let's just say that happens. Okay, that means that, what's that look like? That means that now becomes an extra $400 added on, okay, to my funnel with those people. Now, on the back end of that same funnel, right, let's just say another 10 people, right, 10% of those people buy my 197 course at the back, all right? So that's my 1970 course. Now already, without me offering anything high ticket, without me doing anything spectacular, right? Let me just put my maths is all in one go, right? Do my back into school maths, right? So we've got here, we've got 10, that's 20, right, okay. You with me? So here, look at that. We've already made, I think that's correct, 3,000 plus, right? Without me being present. But the thing is, the key thing here is that these are qualified leads, right? That's what happened. And I'm busy chilling with my kids, doing what I'm doing, and I haven't even got selling yet. Now, on the back end of all of this, I run live events. That's my sales vehicle. And running those live events, that's where I made much more money on the back end because they are qualified leads. So the conversion rate, I don't want to go too tech now because it's going to be a bit like, the conversion rate on the back end essentially was much higher because on the front end, they're quality leads, they're making me money. Now, here's the other kicker as well. I said to you, there are two ways to get traffic online: paying with money directly for your ads, or paying with paying with your time, right? And so, which I use both of those traffic sources, but the key thing is I get paid back for me actually investing in getting the traffic to me. So, for example, when I pay for ads, for example, let's just say this is 3,070, right? Let's just say that I spent $1,000 to get traffic. Now I've made 2,000 profit back while I'm sleeping, and then I get all these qualified leads at the back end who buy my thing at the back. Now there's a lot here, so I don't want to confuse you all. That's why I'm going to keep this. I'll keep it nice and short. But I want you to see the power of being able to do things much more smarter than just posting on social and that's it. Because yes, you can post on social media if you've got the time to do it. I always encourage. There's a place for organic marketing, and you need to be doing that anyway. But the level at which I was doing it was a lot, right? And I didn't have the time. And so just by God's wisdom, this is where I'm going. God's wisdom of do not overwork, but work smarter. That means put systems in place. You see, when I don't want to get all preachy now, but I feel like I need to just share this, right? When Noah was building the ark in Genesis, right, he built the ark preparing for the flood. So there's a building stage of preparation that now when the flood came, it wasn't just the flood of the water, it was a flood of animals that he was able to now house in their different sections of the ark, because it was well thought out. It was well prepared for the influx of the flood of animals and the flood of the water. So here's the wisdom. Here, whatever you are selling online, hopefully my images didn't discourage you because I'm just going off the cuff there, but hopefully you understood that you need those key things in your business to be able to flourish and to do really, really, really well. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to leave you with this. The only way to really succeed before you get this done is to believe that you can. And some of you are thinking, how can you generate 150,000 in 81 days with just $7 products? I did it, done it so many times, and you can do it as well. But you have to believe that you can. Okay. So if you struggle to even believe that you can, I want to help you. The next video coming up is a video that I created on how to reprogram your brain or rewire your brain, right, for success from a biblical perspective, okay? A lot of the things I teach are from the Bible, and so I just love the accuracy and the gems that we find in God's word that help us to succeed in business. And so if you want to really start to elevate in your thinking, elevate in your mind, highly just really believe for more biblically, then just go to the next video and watch that reprogramming your brain for success and things that I have done to be able to really believe that I can. And because I believe I can, I do. And not only have I done it for myself, but I've done it for other clients as well who have got some great success stories from this. Okay, so I'll leave it there for you. Don't forget, if you want to see this in real time, just put ebook in the comments below. Let me know your biggest takeaways from today, what you got from this, and what you're going to implement first. And I'll see you on the other side for the next video. All right, take care. God bless. Bye bye.